People are just filling their time, and they're filling their time in the absolute worst way possible. There's this idea of what a perfect life is. It's been drilled into these people's heads. They need the right things all the time. The best schools and the right neighborhood. West Village girls. Like, you need the best coffee. You need the great food. You got to get the table at the right restaurant. You. I'm embarrassed. Go to New York, I'm embarrassed. These pigs at Carbonium, embarrassed. Spicy rigatoni, I'm embarrassed by what has happened to a great city. Stop.
Hey yo, what it do, crew? It's your boy Elijah X, your favorite Coloradan with a noggin, and I apologize, it's been quite some time since my last login. Shoot, it's been about a year, or pretty dang close, at least a couple of months. Your boy's been busy. I've moved, started a new life out here on this county road, and it's been amazing to not be as close to the hustle and bustle, but I always love to jump in the fray. So that's why I came back. I need to touch base more with people along my lines and in my life, and more people in general. But I feel like there's a group of y'all that just are not understanding what's happening, or you're just living out being finessed and on autopilot. And I'm here to throw a cap on your copper still. They're just out here. We're getting completely worked, man. We're at this point, we can't say that we don't know we're funding criminality. Our taxpayer money, especially with what's going on in Minnesota, in places like Ohio, Cali is obvious, but this fraud situation is showing us something. The Epstein file situation has shown us something. We keep giving our money, our taxpayer money, our hard-working funds, the people who are poo-pooing it away. They literally are opening fake businesses and committing fraud through the government and giving our resources away to people who shouldn't even be here, or has finessed our system to get what we offer. While we have homeless veterans, we have children being mutilated behind their parents' backs, we're supporting a genocidal war and sending weaponry to Israel. You feel me? But there's this interesting video from Tim Dillon I wanted to share with you guys as we bring this 2025 to a close. I mean, in general, we've been duped, but at some point, we can't say that we are unaware. In my world, I refer to this as being complicit via complacency. And you're going to see what I mean. We're all aware that there's pedophilia within the upper ranks of our government. We're all aware that no matter how much he calls himself a peace president, DJT is helping other places continue wars. And there's a couple other things, especially the whole, hey, you guys are going to get $1,000 extra on your refund this year. Oh, whoop-de-doo. When you're paying illegal aliens $3,000 to leave the country, the offset is ridiculous, and you're still paying them our money. They don't deserve anything. We didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for that. My first time voting ever, and I'm not afraid to admit that I voted for Donald Trump. I don't necessarily regret it. I regret his current stance, his posture, and his on Israel, bro. But we're going to get into this video. So before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and also follow me on X. I go under Patriot through Strength. Also, I rescinded my blue check mark. Not worth it. Let's get on. We're going to continue on from the intro point of this video. And I want to preface this with Tim is about to say some things that are probably going to annoy a lot of people, but he has a reason for saying so, and it's very obvious. And it's a formula as follows: the consequences of A begets B. The way culture and society currently stands is not just happening, it is a result of what has taken place. So I'm not going to jump in too often and interrupt the video, but I'm going to let Tim do his thing. So it's going to get a little wonky, but by the end of it, you should understand what he's saying. And if not, we'll come back together, reconvene, and I will give you my 2 cents at the end.
I'm embarrassed. Spicy rigatoni. I'm embarrassed by what has happened to a great city. Stop. It's disgusting. It's disgusting and repulsive. Your behavior is repulsive. It really is. There's fucking 10 restaurants you read about on Instagram. You're going to wait 4 months so you can drag your friends to go to the corner store. You can eat caviar and think it's something. I mean, it's just, I'm just completely embarrassed. Whatever this is nothing. It's not culture. It's not. Trust me. Trust me. This isn't culture. Whatever this is, whatever you think you're participating in, it's not. It's not worth your $7,000 a month rent. Whatever you think you're doing is nothing. You know, I mean, truly. Now, these Epstein documents, say what you want. Say what you want about Jeffrey and Ghislaine and the Trumps and the Clintons, but they had class. They had class. They went to the best places in the world, and they raped, murdered, and tortured people. And yes, a way that I would live? No. No. Sort of evil, little demonic. But it was culture. It was culture. And it's a bad culture. It's not a good culture. It's not ideal. It's less than ideal. Certainly less than ideal. But that was the culture of our world. We have to accept it. We have to accept it. I don't want it to continue, and I want the people that participated in it to go to jail. But that was our culture. We didn't even know it, but we did. Sam Chris has kind of a great article about that. If you read his stuff, and you should. But that's the thing. It's like this was our culture. For a very long time, it was domination, evil, exploitation, bad, not good. But it was our culture. It was our culture. You know? And, you know, we're coming to terms with that. We're coming to terms with that. And it's going to take, it's a little bit of a pill to swallow. Is it not? It's a little bit of a pill to swallow, huh? It's a little bit of a pill. It's a little bit of a pill. You ever get sick as a kid and your mom's like, you got to take this one. And you're like, ugh. She's like, this one is everyone that rules over you is a satanic pedophile. You're like, oh no, not this one. It's a little bit of a pill to swallow, but that's where a lot of this comes from. This is the runoff. What you're seeing now is the runoff of people living to pretend that that isn't true. It is the denial of that culture that has produced this culture. Listen up, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I should be paid more for this, frankly. I'll say it again. It is the denial of that culture that has manufactured this culture of nothingness. It is
what Tim is currently saying is the denial of that culture, what results in this current culture. A begets B, what I refer to as being complicit via complacency. For we all know wrong has been done. We all know evil's been committed. We all looked at it. We all see it on a daily basis, yet we all ignore it. Why? Because it's easier to act like it doesn't exist. But there's always ramifications to being willfully ignorant. And we'll find out soon enough. On we go.
the unwillingness to look that in the face that has produced slop. That's what it is. It is the discomfort that comes from facing the fact that your greatest fears are true. And you're unable to process that, so you dive into the Eras Tour. You backstroke through the fucking, restaurant that serves the thing from the app that you saw. You try to vacation in the right place to take the edge off. It is the denial of truth that has delivered you here into nothingness, into emptiness, into a place where, do you want to see the amenities? The building is really nice, but you've got to see the amenities. The amenities are really over the top. The HOA is really high, but you have to see it because the amenities are so worth it. The amenities are amazing. There's this amazing room. You can use it if you have a party, like 12 to 15 people. You want to do a dinner. You can bring in a private chef. You can bring in a private chef. It's so amazing. They'll set right up and they'll do a dinner. You can actually bring in servers and a bartender. I've done it before. It's amazing. It actually connects to a terrace. What's great about it is it's actually for everyone in the building to use. You can reserve it, but it's very easy. You just do it on the app. Is the world run by satanic pedophiles? There's also a rooftop garden. It's amazing. I go up there. I have coffee all the time. You can go. So you get a special key when you come here, and it'll only go to your floor. So you don't have to worry about any of the security. And at the top of the building, there's a rooftop garden, and you can sit there, and you can even do yoga because it's actually super private. There's like alcoves. Right. So let me ask you, do you think that our civilization is run by like evil pedophiles that are murdering and torturing children? And next year, the restaurant opens. So like, I don't even want to talk about the restaurant because it's literally so amazing and you can't have it right now. But within 5 months, we have a celebrity chef who's opening a restaurant. It's like Mediterranean, but it's also kind of like more on the Italian side. It's like super perfect. It's like amazing. It's great for like light bites in the morning. And then you can like even grab like coffee and breakfast. And then there's like a lunch and then there's like a dinner. And even I've heard this. I've actually heard this. I can't confirm, but I've heard, can't confirm, but I've heard that they can actually cater your party in the private amenity space. Like the restaurant can cater your party in the amenity space. Wow. That sounds really good. Why do you think that woman got shot in the face in Oklahoma? Well, anyway, if you want it, just speak to your realtor because it's going to go really, really fast. We already have so many people coming back to see it for second and third showing. Cool. And I just heard that around the block, that like super exclusive restaurant that nobody can get into, Tate McRae was there last night. Wow. Well, thank you for this.
If you haven't figured it out, what Tim's referring to is our vapid and empty, soulless nature that we've currently developed in the country. We're focused on so much lacking shit that everything we get in return is just emptiness. And how do you fill a glass with an empty substance if it's already empty? So try to fill a glass with vapors and tell me how well that goes for you. You cannot. We as Americans have been eating this shit for so long, we just tuck our bib in. You feel me? Let's keep going, man. Tim's crazy with it, but he's honest.
This info you've given me
hyperbolic,
a lot to think about,
but honest.
And it is the denial of that culture that has produced this one. Okay? Looking that in the face is very hard to do. And when you refuse to do that, you can only concern yourself with the minutia, the meaningless, the bullshit, the empty signifiers of status that are splashed across social media ultimately adding up to nothing. But that's the point. Nothing is the point. They don't want you asking any questions about anything real. They want you to play the game not for any reward, not for a trophy, not for glory, not for honor, not for pride. They want you to play the game because it distracts you from the game. That's the whole thing. You're playing this game. It's called a rat race, whatever you want to call it. You're distracted from what's really happening, where the money's going, who's disappearing, who's being threatened, who's being intimidated, who's being murdered, on whose behalf it's all happening. All the clans and groups and little huddles of people trying to exert power and trying to manifest their reality. All of that you ignore because you're playing a very hard game that involves the accumulation of money, the signifiers of status. It involves the right life, the right friends, the right people, the right tastes, the right opinions, the right concerts. It involves all of that, and it's designed, it's curated for you to participate in, and only have a small glance at what's actually happening, what's actually going on, the things that are driving society off a cliff. That's not by accident. And to think it is, you would have to be incredibly naive. You would have to be incredibly naive. I feel terrible for what happened to Rob and Michelle Reiner. But as a good friend of mine recently said, Ray Kump, he said, the best thing that can happen in this country is for your kids to kill you. It's truly the win. It's truly the win. Have it be your family. It's coming anyway. Have it be your family. It's coming anyway. How lovely to die by the hand of your own blood in a world such as this.
What a
Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see.
what a thought. What a thought. My goodness. But yeah. What we allow is what must persist. This is the way the world works. We cannot say that we are unaware of what they're doing. It doesn't work anymore. That's why I said you're naive. In my opinion, it's beyond naivete and more like spiritual sacrifice. Your complacency and willingness to do nothing while witnessing sheer magnitudes of evil when we have 300 million plus people in this country. For what? Just so you can go get Starbucks tomorrow morning and go work to pay 30% of your check to illegal aliens, doing something you full on hate with all of your heart, just so you can what? Pay for Netflix? Have the occasional grocery bill under $350? For what? How far are you willing to go? Because at some point, you don't need to sell your soul when you don't have one. With that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Be blessed and stay so.